Yo, so I'm fucking sick right now, alright? I feel like complete dog shit, and I have a fever. So I sound kind of like an e-boy right now, but I hope that isn't a problem. So instead of doing my typical crazy in-depth analysis videos with intellectual commentary, I'm gonna fucking piss people off by ranking the Straw Hats by how well written they are or how good their backstory is, pretty much. I don't think I have the fucking juice right now to really get into all that. And I will try my best not to be biased. Let's just say Usopp is my favorite Straw Hat, which I mean he kind of fucking is. He's not gonna be anywhere near the top here, alright? Let's just be honest. But anyway, let's get on to this shit. So, number 10. So whose fan base am I gonna piss off first? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. Shit, no. I don't want to get cyberbullied for fucking centuries, but, fuck it. Zoro, get the fuck in here. We know jack shit about what the fuck he's got going on. We got his family tree in a fucking SBS a few months ago. Literally, all that happened in his backstory was that his friend died, and pretty much everybody else has an equivalent to that. For as important of a character that Zoro is, the backstory to importance ratio just does not match up at all. Maybe Oda's saving it for later, who knows, but the fact that he put his family tree in that SBS is a very scary sign for the future. You know who else got their backstory in a fucking SBS? Goddamn Kid. So, and I love Kid, but Zoro's getting the same treatment as Kid. That's fucking embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we got past the hard one. It should get easier from here on out. All right, so number 9, I'm gonna throw in my butt buddy Usopp. We don't really have much from him either. We at least know who his parents are and got that information from the fucking story and not in SBS. But that doesn't make up for the lack of cool shit. His mom died from like COVID or some shit. You know, probably what I fucking have right now, who knows. And that's about it. The coolest thing is that his dad is on Shanks' crew. Something tells me Usopp will either get a huge power-up or something about his backstory in Elbaf. If not both, who fucking knows. Us Usopp stans have been hoping and praying for Elbaf to be the saving grace for eons. Alright, number 8. This is where shit actually starts to get good. I think I'm gonna roll with Jinbei. You know, I could get some heat on that because I mean, I don't remember his backstory that well. Because his backstory is told in the single worst arc in One Piece, in my, you know, invalid opinion. But it's very good. I love Jinbei as a character. He's just a solid-ass motherfucker, and I think his backstory encapsulates him pretty well. It answers some questions about fucking, Arlong. It's pretty good. He could be higher if they rolled out his backstory at literally any other point than Filler Man Island. But it is what it is, you know, it happened. Alright, next up we got 7, and I'm gonna roll with Frankie. Frankie is quite literally the least popular Straw Hat, so I think it's fair to call him an underrated motherfucker. I remember his backstory fondly, because Water 7 is when I fell in love with One Piece, or at least it was the start of it. And I know I'm not alone with that. All that shit with Tom was great, making the fucking seed train was dope. I loved all of it. There was really nothing to hate about Frankie's backstory, and I think it deserves some more love. Jesus Christ, here we go. For 6, I think I'm gonna do Luffy, but it's close. We still have a lot to learn about him. We did get an entire fucking backstory arc, pretty much, which was good, but we didn't get anything super substantial. The one tragic thing that happened in Luffy's backstory ended up not even being that big of a deal because Sabo ended up living. I think we almost definitely will get more on Luffy. I'm more confident about that than anyone else on this list, so he has the most potential to move up. And he does have some iconic moments with Shanks and shit, so it's tough. But not a lot of the moments have a whole lot of weight other than Shanks losing his arm. At least I think. You know, my memory might be a little foggy. I'm fucking delusion. Okay, next up we got 5, and I'm gonna roll with Brook here. Brook has a pretty tragic backstory, but tragic doesn't necessarily mean good, even though literally every other Straw Hat left on this list has a fucking tragic backstory. But Brook has an iconic ass song that comes with it, so, you know, that's always a plus. That doesn't hurt him at all. And also, Brook's backstory is the second best thing to come out of Thriller Bark, so that's gotta count for something. It's only behind that one thing that number 10 did, and I think we all know what I'm talking about here. But yes, Brook's backstory is very memorable, and it's pretty fucking sad. The moment where he's playing the goddamn song with his crew and people are dropping dead gets me every time. Alright, next up, number 4, let's roll with Nami. This isn't much better than Brook's to me, but it's a very unique ass backstory. I do wish we got more on like how the fuck Nami became an orphan in the first place and like who her real parents are, but I doubt we're ever getting that. I just like Nami's backstory quite a bit. It's pretty fucking good. Pretty equal to Brook in my opinion. These are very interchangeable, Brook and Nami. Okay, top 3. This is where shit actually gets pretty fucking tough. It's close, particularly between 2 and 3. but I'm gonna go with Chopper at 3, okay? Chopper's backstory is just fucking dope. All the Hero Luke shit is fucking great. I haven't met a single soul on Earth who doesn't like Chopper's backstory. It's literally the best thing to ever happen to Chopper's character. We don't really leave with any questions. Basically, everything you could ever want to know about Chopper is answered in his backstory, which isn't the case with a ton of motherfuckers on this list. It's just a very sad yet satisfying backstory, if that makes sense. It's just a fucking shame that Chopper lost his soul and became Oda's little bimbo that is nothing but a soulless mascot. Okay, number 2. Here we go. Alright, we're just gonna reveal who number 1 is if you're not a fucking idiot. We got Sanji, alright, number 2. It's a very late backstory in comparison to the time we met him to when we got it. But if anything, that makes it even more satisfying. That plays into the One Piece, length. That's what makes it great. Similar to Chopper, we leave with no real questions. We basically know everything about Sanji's past. We know who his parents are and what they did. We get a reveal that Sanji is one of 4 pretty much superhuman cyborg quadruplets. And that opens up doors for Sanji's later abilities, like being a goddamn tank with his exoskeleton. We find out how Sanji ended up on B.D.A. It's just a whole lot of important-ass information for one of the strongest motherfuckers on the crew, which in turn makes Sanji a likable-ass dude. And yes, that means I like Sanji more than Zoro. Fuck you. I'm a contrarian. I always have to go with the least popular option. Who the fuck did you think I was gonna pick, seriously? Okay, number 1. It's Robin, alright? Everybody saw this shit coming. So with Robin, we get the biggest lore drops out of any fucking backstory, and at a time where we didn't know jack shit about the Void Century. Not saying we do now, but you know what the fuck I mean. We just knew it existed. Robin probably has the most tragic backstory as well. Again, tragic doesn't really equal good. But, she watched everyone on her fucking island die. Thanks, shout out to Kainu. What a fucking great guy. She watched Saul get, saboed in front of him now that we know what the fuck happened to Saul now, But at the time, it was a very emotional moment when he got fucking frozen right in front of her. It just goes hard. It even does things like build up Admiral hype. It makes Aokiji look good as a character because he was very hesitant and he was angry at what fucking Akainu did. It does a lot for the story. It's huge for the fucking outlook of the story. But yeah, that about caps this shit off. Once again, I have to mention, I feel like complete dog shit. But in editing this is gonna be a real fun time, but I can't fucking get out of my rhythm because if I don't upload one week, I will feel comfortable not uploading another. So, I gotta fucking stay on the motherfucking grind, I suppose, even though I only upload one video a week. But, yeah, fuck you.